Beat it up.
That you got words like classic and shit, right? There's other words that are like that. I would name them, but we could use them just for whole other episodes, right? But it's words like right. But that's the thing, like with words like classic, or like we was just now talking off scene, or, off camera, behind the scenes about the definitions and shit like that. You know what I mean? And me and Strang almost got into one of our famous debates. But our producer was like, save it for the for when y'all on the air. But what I'm saying, it's like
your ass almost got cursed out. That's what you trying to say, right?
Shut up, right? So what had happened was, right, with all of these words, when you got these words like classic and an expert or a legend or whatever the fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these kind of words they invoke so much debate. Nobody knows.
The actual definition of classic. It says, judged over a period of time to be the highest quality and outstanding of its kind.
Judged over a period of time to be outstanding in the period.
Yeah.
Right. So, and what I was about to say is this, right? When it comes down to these words, like, you have some words that are slang, right? Mm-hmm. And, these are words that we created in our culture. And if, and you being from Dago, you might have different meanings for slang words and shit, like, and so on and so forth, right?
And you definitely have different classics.
For sure.
But what I'm saying is, right. So what I'm saying is this, like, when it come down to these words that, like, we didn't create the word classic, right? Why are we confusing it?
Yeah.
Look up there's a definition that could stop half hour arguing. Because it's not like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, hip hop, that ain't
why?
We created that.
Though? Because no matter what the definition is, nobody's still gonna come to an agreement based on that definition of what the classic is.
You right, brother.
You still can't come to a
agreement. You right, but I feel like
we can run through 5 albums right now, and I'll be like this, that. We gonna probably have 3 different answers on.
But look. Now that we have the definition from Rec, if we judge by that standard, then our list may change. It could or could not. You understand what I'm saying?
The reason why what both of y'all are saying is valid, though, is right. Because Starang said it's because it all will be opinion on what is the quality, what is the highest standard of quality.
Right. That's a fact. That's a fact.
It will be opinion.
But over the span of
time,
right.
But like over a span of time, like that's something that we can measure. And we can also measure, like, all right, over a span of time, this shit came out 20 years ago or whatever. What's the general consensus of Illmatic? How do people feel about Illmatic right now, 20 years later? And that could give us some sort of an idea. You know what I mean?
It still probably won't work that way because, listen, it's like, look where Rec is. Remember how we used to argue with niggas on the West Coast about silly stuff? And
like weed?
Like another one. Rec could, like me and you, we listen to music, right? We listen to all that LA stuff, West Coast stuff. Average person on the East Coast don't, really.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
So Rec could listen to DJ Quick and say, yo, he got this classic, this is a classic. We would never know. That's a classic to Rec. It's not a classic to us. He might not listen to Nas. You know what I'm saying? Even though I think everybody listen to Nas. But some niggas don't. That's just what we think. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with
some
you
niggas
wholeheartedly.
Some niggas like Nas, man. Nah, man.
Look.
I know some West Coast niggas like, man, Nas, I ain't with that shit.
Look,
can't
relate. This started as a like off when we was behind the scenes. It started as like a debate or whatever. But I really agree with you wholeheartedly. Like on some, like, the shit is like it's all opinionated, right? But only thing I'm saying is certain shit, like like certain shit you can't argue, like what's your name or what's my name. You know, there's a fact about, you know, there's a way to prove this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, when it come down to, I think it could be helpful for us, helpful for hip hop in general, that when it come down to words that ain't slang words that we just throwing around and using, it wouldn't hurt to go to the definition from time to time. You know what I'm saying? Is to cut through a lot of the malarkey. We do it all the time. Like we have debates talking about what year Jordan won the la la la, and a nigga, you know, some niggas are arguing, then some nigga go, enough of this shit, and he'll go to the facts, and the argument will be over. You know what I'm saying?
See, you know, one of the things about the period of time thing, right? I was just thinking about it. Everybody says Victory Lap from Nipsey was a classic album, right? Mm-hmm. It's stapled as a classic. I think this is one of the reasons why earlier I said, or the person isn't here. Because people label that project a classic mainly because, well, of course it was really, really high standard quality music or whatever, right?
Nah, it was dope.
I gotta say is probably the best actual physical album he put together, right? But because he's gone, it made it even more of a situation where it was like, yo, that's definitely a classic. That's a 1-in-1.
Right.
It'll never be another one of those projects again. You know what I'm saying?
Like when you deal with these words too, it's kind of like what you were saying, Rock, with the best thing. It's like we could go to the definition of the best, and somebody could say, "Hey, see, that's me." They talking about me. The other person say, "Hey, that fits me." So it's like you could go to the definition with these things. It's like that shit still never get solved, bro.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you.
What if we go to the definition of what the best is? Then what was that?
Rapper definition.
Good question. Let me ask you this.
I'm the Rockness Monster, and I'm here to let you know that I'm on Cameo now. Are you familiar with Cameo? It's a website where you can reach out to some of your favorite celebrities and have them send you shout-outs, personalized, birthday wishes, wedding congratulations. You can even have them quit your job for you. And now I'm there. You can use the Cameo app, or you can go on Cameo.com or the Cameo website. Find me there and make your requests. We also have special requests for business. You know, if you want your mixtape dropped on or your album any promotional things. Special pricing for that. See us there. Rockness Monster on Cameo. Rock on. Rock on.
For listening to Monsta Mondayz Podcast. Please join us every Monday from 8 to 10 p.m. West Coast time and 11 to 1 a.m. East Coast time. Every single Monday, Monsta Monday on the Dash app. Also, check out these awesome shows from the rest of our podcasting family. Funny Farm, East New York Radio, All Elements Mix Show, The Star Power Collective, La Cosa Nostra Radio, 5150 Mix Show, Block News Live, Vinyl Coffee Mix Show, and Hidden Gems. Check them all out under the Delicious Vinyl radio station.